Hello everybody, I'm here to provide the kickoff meeting for the Tampa Edition Hotel. The Thornton Tomasetti has been elected to provide the structural engineering services for the Tampa Edition Hotel project. I would like to introduce the team members who are involved in this project today. To start with, Mr. Kia Sullivan, who is the owner's representative from Strategic Property Partners. Mr. Stephen Hofmeister, who is the principal here at Thornton Tomasetti. Next is myself, who will be the project lead from Thornton Tomasetti and will be the project manager for this project. Mr. Morris Adamji, who will provide the architectural services from NBWW. Ms. Kinney Watts, who is the project manager and will provide us the mechanical engineering services representing Cosentini. Ms. Elizabeth Curry, representing Roman and Williams, and will be providing us the interior design services for this project. The agenda for today's kickoff meeting would be to provide the Edition brand and the history and the vision of ownership for this project. As we go through this project, we will see project timeline, its deliverables, and the next steps that should be followed by this kickoff meeting today. To start off with, our next slide is for the Edition brand, the history. The idea for the Edition brand came from a famous hotelier, Ian Schrager, who has built some of the famous boutique hotels and brings his background and culture in collaboration with Marriott International. As we all know, Marriott International has been in the business for over 100 years. He wanted to provide this high-end, upscale, and luxury brand with the collaboration of Marriott International and provide this personal, intimate, and individualized experience through this Edition hotels. Vogue has aptly described this as high-octane glamour. The Edition hotels are located in various gateway cities like Shanghai, London, Barcelona, Miami, New York, and some other exquisite locations like Sanya in China and Bodrum in Turkey. The next slide provides the snippet for Water Street Tampa neighborhood. It basically just gives you the geographical location of the Tampa Edition Hotel. Our next slide represents the project introduction. The Tampa Edition Hotel will be a part of the major development scheme in the Water Street Tampa neighborhood. The owners envision to have over 150 modern luxury rooms, 2 floors of penthouses. They are planning to have a 26-story tower in the heart of Water Street Tampa neighborhood. The idea is to have an upscale dining on the street level and high-end amenities on the 7th floor, which includes expensive spas and lagoon-style swimming pools. The current status for this project is that we are at schematic studies kickoff phase. The next slide represents the project timeline. As you can see on the screen, the way we envision the project timeline is in the flowchart format. We are currently in the schematic studies phase where we take the initial idea from SPP and NBWW to run some studies for initial sizing of the basic framing elements. For gravity design, we will look at slab depths and column sizes. For lateral systems, we will look at shear wall sizing. Moving further, we will issue progress sets, that is drawing sets, coordinated with the design team at every milestone, as shown to eventually issue 100% construction documents. The key milestones are 50% DD and 100% DD. DD here stands for design development, where the basic design is completed and the structure is more or less pinned down. Then we go to, from design phase, we go to the construction document phase. Here, the 50% DD and the 50% CD and the 75% CD, these are the benchmark. The 75% CD is the crucial benchmark because here we issue the permit, and I will explain the importance of this phase in our next subsequent slide. Here is the list of deliverables that go hand in hand to the project timeline as mentioned in the above slide. At 100% schematic, the Thornton Tomasetti is looking to propose the basic column and shear wall layout and the basic foundation concept. As we go through the design phase, at 50% construction documents, the vertical framing would be fully designed and the horizontal framing will be about 50% designed and the foundation will be about, say, 90% designed. As we come from 50% construction document phase to 75% construction document phase, the submission to the, and as I mentioned in the previous slide, that 75% construction document and the permit set will be the most crucial phase for this process because this phase will include submission to the city for approval of construction, and in this phase 90% design will be completed and the few parts that will be left probably would be detailing and final coordination. In the next 100% construction phase, we will have all design and detailing completed. The documentation is issued for construction to begin. And in the last construction administration phase would be probably us administering the rest of the RFI and the site walks with our subcontractors if need be. The last step is probably for the next steps. The next steps includes the steps that should follow with this meeting. The first step mentioned that we would like to be advised from SPP for the dates for each milestone that should be set. From the next step is from the structural standpoint, we would need soil studies that are done by the geotechnical engineers for us to design the foundation. Similarly, we would need a licensed civil engineer to provide underground utility studies done to avoid conflict in the future, and so that we also have a better understanding of what is beneath the underground or what is beneath the ground. The last step is more or less like a recommendation to the ownership from us. We would advise ownership to engage a wind tunnel consultant to provide wind tunnel studies that will predict the major cost savings based on our experience with the buildings of this shape and size. Here I would like to conclude our structural engineering services from Thornton Tomasetti. Please let us know if anybody has any questions. I and Steven are here to answer any of your questions or concerns. Thank you.